Hello, my name is George, and in this video, we're comparing Verizon 5G and AT&T 5G. Which one has the best coverage, fast, and worth your money? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one is for you. And before we dive in, a quick disclaimer, some links in the description are affiliate links. This means I may earn a small commission if you make a purchase through them at no extra cost to you. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, and now let's get started. What makes 5G different? Since launching in 2019, 5G has changed the way we connect. It's faster, has less delay, and can handle way more devices at once. Over 1.5 billion people worldwide are using 5G today, making it the fastest growing mobile technology ever. But here's what a lot of people don't realize. 5G isn't just one thing. It's actually a mix of 3 different frequency bands, each with its own strengths and weaknesses. There is low band 5G, which covers long distances but isn't much faster than 5G LTE. There's a mid-band 5G, which balances speed and coverage, making it the most practical. And then there's the high band 5G, also known as millimeter wave, which delivers insane speeds but only works in very specific spots, like stadiums and city centers. Verizon and AT&T use different combinations of these bands, and that's why their networks perform differently. So let's break down what each one offers, starting with Verizon. How does Verizon 5G perform? Verizon's 5G network runs on N2, N5, N77, N66, N261, and N260 bands. When 5G first launched, Verizon went all in on millimeter wave, delivering speeds up to 3 gigabytes per second in ideal conditions. But there was a huge problem. Millimeter wave doesn't travel so far, so most people never actually got to experience those insane speeds. That all changed in 2022 when Verizon rolled out C-band, their mid-band 5G. C-band operates between 3.7 GHz and 3.98 GHz, and it made Verizon's 5G network not just fast, but actually usable for everyday people. Since then, users have reported 500 plus megabit speeds in major cities, making Verizon's 5G much more practical. However, if you're in a rural area, you might still be stuck with low-band 5G, which isn't much faster than LTE. But what about Verizon 5G for home internet? That's where things get interesting. Is Verizon 5G home internet good? A lot of people are ditching traditional internet providers for cellular-based home internet, and Verizon is a big player in this space. Compared to older DSL or satellite services, Verizon's 5G home internet is a massive upgrade. The good news? It's stable and more consistent than AT&T's 5G home internet. The bad news? Verizon enforces speed caps. If you're on Verizon's highest tier plan, you'll get speeds capped at 300 megabits down and 20 megabits up. Lower tier plans max out at 100 megabits. No matter how strong your signal is, you won't go faster than what Verizon allows. And no, modifying the Verizon gateway box won't bypass the throttling. It's locked in at the network level. Speaking of the Verizon gateway box, it does have some cool features. You get more customization settings than with some other carriers, which is great for advanced users. However, newer models don't have a physical SIM card, so you can't just swap the SIM into another router if you want to use your own hardware. So if you're someone who likes to tweak your setup, you'll need external antennas or third-party gateways to improve speeds. But even then, Verizon's speed limits will still hold you back. So if you want stable internet speeds and reliability, Verizon's 5G home internet is a great choice. But if you're after unlimited, high-speed internet, the throttling might be a deal breaker. How does AT&T 5G compare? AT&T's 5G network supports N5, N77, and N260 bands. AT&T was slower to enter the 5G home internet market, but now they offer AT&T Internet Air, their own version of fixed wireless 5G internet. The big difference? AT&T speeds fluctuate a lot more than Verizon's. Some days, AT&T users report speeds of 300 plus megabits. Other days, speeds drop to 75 to 100 megabits for no clear reason. This makes AT&T's 5G internet far less predictable than Verizon's. And then there's the AT&T 5G gateway, the modem router. It's a massive device and some people even call it the giant egg because of its shape. But despite its size, it doesn't necessarily outperform Verizon's home internet equipment. Now, with that being said, AT&T does offer more customization options than some competitors, but still not as much as Verizon. Is AT&T 5G home internet worth it? Now, here's the thing. AT&T's potential is great, but its inconsistency is a problem. One day, you might get fast speeds, but the next day, it might slow down for no reason. If AT&T could fix its stability issues, it could be a serious competitor to Verizon. But right now, for people who need a reliable home internet connection, Verizon is the better bet. Verizon versus AT&T, the final verdict. So, which one is better? It really depends on what you want. If you want the most stable connection, Verizon wins, hands down. Even though Verizon throttles speeds, it's still more predictable than AT&T's inconsistent performance. If you're chasing raw speed, AT&T has the potential to be faster, but only when the network is actually performing well. The problem is you never really know what you're going to get with AT&T. So when it comes to home internet, Verizon is the better pick for most people. Even though their speed caps are frustrating, at least you know what you're getting. AT&T, on the other hand, could be great one day and terrible the next. And what if you're an advanced user who needs a public IP address for things like gaming servers or remote access? Neither Verizon nor AT&T will give you that, since they both use carrier-grade NAT, meaning your IP address is shared with other users. If you need a public IP, you'll have to use a VPN tunneling or reverse proxy setup. Final thoughts. At the end of the day, 5G home internet is still evolving, and both Verizon and AT&T have their pros and cons. If you want reliability, Verizon is the better pick. Just know that your speeds will be capped. Now, if you're okay with inconsistent speeds in exchange for the chance at faster performance, AT&T might be worth considering. Either way, 5G is changing the way we connect. And as these networks continue to grow, we'll likely see even better performance in the future. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time.